To write an equation for this parabola, first we're going to want to graph the information it gives us so we know which way it's opening. So if we have a vertex at -5, 1, we have a directrix at y equals -2. So we know the parabola is always going to open away from the directrix because it's towards the focus. So we know it's going to be opening up. So what this tells us, we have vertical parabola opening up. Vertical parabolas means that we're going to end up with an x² term. And a good way to remember that, if you think back to all the times you've learned about parabolas, you dealt with quadratics, which was y equals x². So just think back to when you learn in Math 2, Math 3 about parabolas. When y equals x², that's always opening an up or down. So now using this form, just to help make it easier to put all the pieces in, we know we're going to have parentheses with our square on the left side. We need our a value, parentheses on the right. Since our x is our squared term, it'll be on the left. Our y will go in those right parentheses. And now we just have to find all the pieces. So first, the vertex is what goes into the parentheses, and we already have our vertex, so it's going to be, remember, x will stay with x, so this will turn into x plus 5. Y goes with y, so that'll be y minus 1. And then we know this piece right here is 4a, where a is the distance between the vertex and the directrix or focus. So in this case, if we just count it out, our directrix is down here at -2. Our vertex is up here at y equals 1. So we can count it. It's 1, 2, 3 in between them. So 4 times 3 is 12. And that's what goes in our formula. Last thing to check is if that 4a should be positive or negative. In this case, since it is opening up, that'll be a positive 12. So we don't have to worry about putting the negative in there. And that's it, your equation for the parabola. Okay, the second one is similar to the first one we just did. So this time we want to plot the points we have. So we have a focus at 0, -2, and a directrix at x equals 3. So x equals 3 will be a horizontal line. So this time we have the focus and directrix, which means we need to find the vertex. So the vertex will be halfway between those, which means it's going to be at 1.5. And then down on the same line as the focus, -2. And then we know the parabola is going to open towards the focus, away from the directrix, so it's going to open to the left. So now, since this parabola is opening horizontally, that means we know it's going to be a y². And then also, since it's opening to the left, we know we're going to have a negative a value, as it's opening left. So it's ever opening down or left, that's how we know that's negative. So now we just need to put all of our pieces in. We have our squared on the left side, normal on the right. This time it's y², so that'll go left. X will go on the right. We use our vertex here, our 1.5 and -2. And now keep in mind, the x term should still go with x, so you have to be careful about where you're putting that. So it's going to be minus 1.5 on the right side, and then the y term goes with y, so plus 2 on the left side. And then the last thing we need is this a term. We know it has to be negative because it's opening left. And then this time, that distance is 1.5. So in the formula, 4 times 1.5 is 6. So there's our equation. Y plus 2 squared equals -6, x minus 1.5.